recently there's been a big push by the agencies around the CPATH initiative and what is required to develop and validate biomarker assays. And I think that's a key element to how we go about thinking about these assays and how we link them to the clinical efficacy, clinical utility, so that we truly understand both the context of use, then also how these tools, these analytical tools, will be able to match up closely to that context of use. So really the focus has been very much on that over 2017. It's effectively responding to the regulatory agency and their expectations and to ensure that the analytical tools link very closely to the clinical development paradigm and of course ultimately getting out biomarkers that are appropriate for disease modification.
At least one was 2017 specific, and that was the long-awaited IVDR regulation, because it's a significant change in the practice. I think it's going to have some impact in the way the entire IVD industry is reacting and strategizing their own development portfolio. It's also, as a second point, that the financing, so the economics of the biomarker development is not completely settled yet, and that when you pick very novel biomarkers, then it's a very long road till you can get any revenues from those. So these two, the amount of information coming from the omics and the funding is going to remain.
I think the biggest issue in biomarker science is still to get good antibodies, to get good binding proteins, to run all good assays for detecting those biomarkers. I think the technological platforms are there. So we have all those beautiful technologies from Quanterix, Luminex, mass spectrometry, all those nice technologies which are high sensitivity, but they still all rely on antibodies or any scaffold proteins which are capable of enriching the biomarker from blood or urine. So basically this is still the biggest issue in biomarker analysis.